I gotta get her a Band-Aid because I tried to kill her.
You scratch
Suck it up.
Her hand cut off.
One more.
Yes. Calm down.
And then,
Hurry,
yeah.
ladies. Lady.
It's that serious.
Oh, man. No, you're not.
You don't know what I got. Walk faster.
Are you guys in your spots where you're supposed to be standing?
Yeah.
I
Kind of stacked right
haven't
now.
flipped you over yet. Ready? So we're missing one base. We're missing two.
Oh, that was literally just us.
One crown.
Tommy, you need to go
Here.
over here. I said to the right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Tommy, get in your spot so I can slide right. No, she is.
It's just you, Tyler. Here.
So a few things, and I'm going to talk about some things, and if you just tell me to shut up if you don't like where I'm going with it. All right, a couple of these are just comments. So this is like I'm a judge. I don't know if this is an ensemble that you're going to take this to contest or okay. Every time you have that, you know what I'm talking about? That top note is never in tune. It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. You're not making it to the top, and it's because you're sitting on your larynx. Okay. I'm sorry?
I said, what you
This, okay, so right here is your, that's a good question. So right here, boys, it's really easy to find because we got an Adam's apple, so it shows more, okay? Inside there is where your vocal folds actually sit. Literally, they sit here. But we don't want to sing on them. We actually want to, in singing language, we want to sing from up here on our forehead. And so you want to keep that resonance up here. You always want to sing from the top, like, as if you had a shelf built on your forehead. You want to sing in this part of your head all the time, never on your larynx. So what's happening is you're pushing da 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 when you make that interval jump, and you're just clipping the bottom. So you're singing. It's not that you're singing the wrong note. You're just singing on the really super dead side of the pitch. So you gotta think more about. So this is where I'm gonna go. So tell me if you don't like what I'm doing, and then just go. We don't care for this. Okay, so I want you to do a hum chew for me. And you've probably not done this before, but basically what it is it's a hum and a chew at the same time. So it's not a squeak. So girls, be careful, don't go super high. Just think about how you would do it if you were just humming to a little baby. So if you can just take your hand, I just want you to do like this, like you have something you're just kind of like feeling something really like groovy soft, you know? And I want you to put it right up here on your forehead, and we're just going to go a little bit higher bases up, a little bit more. Yeah, don't not in like this goofy range, but just right. Now, you might be feeling a little bit, you can stop. You might be feeling a little bit of buzz or like tickly feeling in here. If you are, you're probably on the right track. Now, what I want you to, over time, what you do is you translate that hum chew into your singing voice. hear the bells, hear the, sledges, right?
Sledges with the-
This is the wrong note, but can I have an A, please, sir? Hear the sledges with the bells, silver bells, silver bells. So, and again, I'm exaggerating, it's not that bad, but hum choo, silver bells. Silver bells, silver bells. Does that make a little, like, is there a little bit of connection there? Because you got to be talking about a little bit of resonance or you wouldn't sing as well as you do. Could we just start at the very beginning and kind of, and that's what the girls do, think about that resonance right up in here. Wherever it's easy for you to come in.
I can come in at the end.
That's perfect. One measure before, ladies.
Silver bells, silver bells, what a merriment and melody for
Hear the sledges with the bells, silver bells, silver bells. What a world of merriment and melody for
How they tinkle, tinkle, tinkle in the icy air at night, while the stars that oversprinkle all the heavens seem to twinkle with the crystal light.
Sopranos in that range, it's really easy, isn't it, to get like. So you got to try to give it a little more space. We are less interested in your diction than we are theirs in that range. You can get away with not saying every consonant. You just have to sound beautiful. They will sing the consonants for you. You just have to sound beautiful. That's just your job. Sound beautiful in that upper range. Resonant, forward. My big word is high, forward, and spacious. Now, I didn't make that up. I stole that. But high, forward, and spacious. That's how the tone should always be. High, forward, and spacious. Can we start that section one more time and think high, forward, and spacious? It was so much better in my humble opinion. You better. That's because we didn't get a good start. And, we can go right on. Give them the measure before the voice.
Hear the sledges with the bells, silver bells, silver bells. What a world of merriment and melody for
How they tinkle, tinkle, tinkle in the icy air of night, while the stars that oversprinkle all the heavens seem to twinkle with the crystal light.
What is that? No, can we get there quicker? It's like it's kind of gets there. I want to hear that whole section one more time. Can I please?
Yeah.
Everybody, can you give me a hum, please? Right up in here. Here we go. Right, where's that measure right there? Better. Oh, yeah.
Hear the sledges with the bells, silver bells, silver bells. What a world of merriment and melody for
How they tinkle, tinkle, tinkle in the icy air of night, while the stars that oversprinkle all the heavens seem to twinkle with the crystal light.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guys, that was you. That's all right. I'm not the normal conductor. However, what I'm hearing is with sopranos, you weren't pushing on the larynx as much. The balance was better, and all of a sudden you had that crystal sound. It was much more beautiful. Can we start right where the tenors come in? Keeping hum chew. Everybody hum chew, please. Nope, no. I'm sorry. I didn't make it clear. Can you hum chew? So that's right up here. We go, man. Keeping 1, 2.
Time, 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 in a sort of rhythmic rhyme. Keeping time, in a sort of rhythmic rhyme.
Keeping time, 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 to the tinted tabulation of some musically wells from the
So, okay, my humble opinion, that's a better sound for sure from you guys. It's much better in tune. It's much more resonant and present. especially in the bass section. I really noticed there was a presence. And in the sopranos, it wasn't, and again, I say this respectfully because you're good singers, it didn't drill a hole through my forehead. There was a ring to it that didn't feel like I was like, whoo, too much. It was really nicely done, ladies. Beautiful, beautiful. Tenors, you're very welcome. Tenors and altos, the presence is more where it should be. And that's what happens when I compliment people. I lose my place in my head.
Oh yeah. Dance through it.
I know, right? Okay, I give up. Can we start where the tenors come in? Keeping time. Everybody hum chew for me. Nope, not pitch, just hum chew. Oh, stop. You can't do it on your larynx because now you're defeating the purpose.
What?
If you're going, listen please. You gotta hear to understand. You can't go, because that's what we're trying to avoid, right? We want off round. So we have to be, we have to be off our larynx. You remember Mrs. Doubtfire, that movie Mrs. Doubtfire? Does anybody know that?
Yes.
Okay, so here's another, so if you know that movie, Mrs. Doubtfire, where Robin Williams plays like the older maid or nanny or whatever. Okay, that voice he uses, all kidding aside, that's the voice, especially boys, but girls too, you should be using that voice to sing it. That is the best example of how to use your singing voice, which is different from your speaking voice. So with my kids, we read or spoke the text syllabically constantly. So I would have said right away, I would have gone, tenors and basses, can you we called it Singlish. Can you do it in Singlish, please? And they would go, keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme, keeping time, and we'd do that 5 times, and then keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme, and we just keep, and we would talk, we would pitch sing it, or we call it Singlish, and then we had Slatin when we did something in Latin, and then it got out of control. But, so we want that hum-chew sound. Lots of rings. One more time, starting with the tenors. Time. Ready, boys? 1 and.
Keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme. Keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme.
Keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme. Keeping time to the tetrabulation that's so musically roused.
On that bells, don't let the L get in your way. You won't. How many L's are there in that word? 2. You don't need 2. You only need 1. You only need 1 L. And barely sing that one. Exactly. Can we start where the tenors start? Again, please, because I really want to hear that bells thing. Sopranos, again, for my personal taste, I thought, again, that was a much more free, relaxed, open sound. Now, later on, when you get that placed up here and you're consistent with it, you can put a lot more power behind it then, but we're talking weeks, not days, okay? That's just me, again, that's my opinion. Everybody hum chew? That's right, that's exactly correct. Here we go, tenors, 1 and...
Keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme. Keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme.
Keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme. Keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme. Till the tetrabulation that's so musically roused.
I like that. Everybody in the room say, from the jingling. Thank you. And the tingling. From the jingling and the tingling of the bells. Or whatever the note happens to be. I don't know. Bingo. Tenors. Here we go. Ready. On 3.
From the jingling and the tingling of the bells.
I'm sorry. Yeah. 49. Yeah. So a lot of you are picking this up. Ready? Tenors. Ready? From
the jingling and the tingling of the bells.
Altos say from the jingling. And the tingling. I'm tingling. Here we go. Tenors. Ready? 1, 3.
From the jingling and the tingling of the bells.
It's not written in, but if you can do a little slight crescendo and decrescendo in that little thing so it's going somewhere, I'd love it. What else are you singing?
Yes.
Al, do you want to?
Please don't sniff my favorite one.
Thanks, Al. See you on Monday.
Thanks, Al. It's good to see you, buddy.
You too.
Bye, McFerrin.
Take care, man.
Bye, Mr.
Be good.
I'll let the door hit you on the way out.
Okay, yeah, nice guys. That's again, that's another V. Bass section. A lot of spots. I feel you're sliding into the note. You're taking an elevator or you're doing a pull-up. And I don't know. I'm too old to do pull-ups. So I probably can't do one anymore right now. I don't want to do pull-ups. You gotta go right from one note to the next. It's like pushing a button from this note to this note. Yeah, and if and I know you're trying to be legato and smooth, and I'm sure you talked about that. It's just that it's sliding pitch-wise, and so sometimes you, and I mean this in the most positive way I can. Sometimes you get to the note about the time it's time to move to the next note. That's how long it's taking in that course to move from one to the other. Okay, something just to think about. In the soprano section, beautiful voices. I think you're just a little too much. What I would challenge you to do, myself, is, I know it's hard to believe the sopranos might be just a little too much. I know that's hard. I know, right? But I think you need to find a section, and I'm not going to tell you who, because you just pick one. And if you can't hear that section, you're probably oversinging. And the oversinging is forcing you onto your larynx sometimes, and it's giving me that, again, it's a beautiful sound, but sometimes to my ear, it'll get a little shrill and push, rather than that free of just, with that nice buzz and that resonance up here, right over the top. So just be careful of that, so that you're listening for somebody. It could even, truthfully, it could even be another girl in your section. The problem with that, though, is that volume will start to chase each other. You're listening to her, and then she's listening to you, and you're so I usually say find somebody else to listen to. Okay. I felt that the basic tone thing you got going was more resonant on this piece than it was on the last one. So I applaud you for that. Could we just start at the beginning? And I don't really know this, but I know this is another bear. These Pichelli things are crazy. Can you do this pitches?
Was it a B flat and
It's an E flat, B flat, G, and G. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing I want you guys actually, before we start singing, my bad. Can I just have you go, just repeat after me the way I'm doing it? Say, sing, 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 be, live, sing, sing. Pitches, don't sing, don't take your time. Sing. Pitches one more time. I want you altos to adore, richly love that dissonance. I want you to just wrap that dissonance around you like a blanket and love it, like everything, like don't hide from it, don't be shy of it. I want you to love it. Here we go. Can you say for me, sing, sing. Here we go. Sing. Didn't love it. Go. Say, this a dog. This a dog.
See?
This dog.
Can you say, our? Oh, didn't love it. Hung you? Say, our. It's still low on the lyrics from the ladies. Our. Ah. Start with the C, please. This dog. Ah.
This dog.
Yes, and yes. Can you guys say, scorched, earth, cries out, keep it up here, in vain, cries out in vain, You sound ridiculous, but you sound awesome, right? And that's just, you kind of, if you start going down this path of teaching, you have to, like, the kids have to just kind of go, we don't care, we're cool. No one, so, where was I again? The scorched earth cries out. Can we start? Is that them?
What is that pitch? No, it's not Bell, that's on.
It's the G at the third start.
We'll start back at the
I'm sorry, bass, G.
Just wait, let me answer that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bang.
Well,
First of all,
What do you need? Base G here.
Great question. So practice. So the idea is down is very low. Don't try to. I would say don't vomit the sound bases. Don't vomit it up. And sing it perfectly in tune, as softly as it needs to be perfectly in tune. And then as you begin to build the muscle, like there was a point when you couldn't lift 50 pounds like this. There was a time. But you had to get stronger, and you got stronger, and you got stronger, and you got stronger, and now that's no big deal. All this is muscles. Inside there, the vocal cords are just muscles. Actually, the vocal cords are just pieces of skin, basically, or fiber. The muscles around them are teeny. You're just strengthening those muscles. You're just learning they pull this way, and they pull this way.
My hands are ashy.
Pitches? So it's a G, bass G?
Here.
Yeah. And tenors have an F. B flat in the alto. And the F is in the sound. The scorched cry.
Okay.
Ready? And.
The scorched earth cries.
Yeah, so basses. Can you go ahead and play?
I don't have a
bass?
music, that's
Oh,
fine.
that's right. Don't worry about it. Here we go. It's still just too.
Somebody have a copy? Quick.
I can find you one if not. They're
It's all right.
Okay, no, here
It's
we
no
go.
big.
Found it.
Got it.
Pacing was quick. Give me that.
Tyler knows where they're at. The scorched.
Yeah, it's on page 4. In that bass, again, take it off the larynx as much as you can. So if I can go, give me that low note.
The lowest one.
I don't have that note, so I can see. Go with the baritone one above it. Is there
let's see.
2 there? I have to do it. If I know to go, I'm not going to get close. So you have to do it way up high and let it resonate. All right, that's high. Be good. You have to be really careful. It's so sitting on the larynx. Not that hum. So the scorched shirt and.
The scorched earth cries out.
Macy, don't say it for me. Do me a favor. So, give me a little space. Gosh, come on, guys. I'm trying to get your hand here. So, give you a little space down here. The scorched earth cries.
The scorched earth
Pitches,
cries.
please. Here we go. Pitches.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I was scorched urchin and
Here we go, right? Long and tall.
The scorched earth cries out.
She's a great teacher. Which you guys already know that. I remember judging her. Well, I've known her for 1,000 years, but I was a judge back when you were. I always forget where we were.
Salma.
Salma. Little bit tiny, itsy bitsy little jelly little tiny. I think they closed down the school when you went to contest.
Yeah, they did.
Because they basically had every kid in school was in her choirs, and here they'd come parading up there. Them, little country kids, they're little country kids. They're getting ready, and this right.
We were definitely country kids. Hillbillies,
country
all the way.
kids, and this lady would raise her arms, and those kids would sing, and all the judges' wives would just go, "What? This is a little 1A school. 1A school?"
Yeah, we had 80 kids in the grade 7 through 24. No, that's 9 through 12. We had 80 kids.
80 kids. In the whole school.
In the whole high school.
In the
it
whole
was-
high school. They did. And they would come in and sing great literature very, very well. So I know how good a teacher is, and I know how much work it takes to get to where you're already at with these kind of pieces. I would just encourage you, really work on that resonance and the word stress stuff. And we talked about that earlier in the day. You've done some really great work. Really great work. I'm impressed. It's good to see that good choral music is still going on in my alma mater here.
Well, it was a big fear coming in here. What could I maintain or?
You're the only person who thought that. Everybody else knew you were going to be great.
Okay then.
Everybody else knew you were
Made no problem.
at least everybody in the industry knew you were going to be just fine. You were finally where you needed to be.
Yep, I am where I need to be.
Yep.
She says that.
Well,
That's where I
true.
need to be. I know that.
So if I'm saying it too, see?
So.
Great work.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, it's been my pleasure, except getting up at 5:30 wasn't so fun.
I do that.
Yeah, but I don't anymore. I don't have to be at work till 7, so, or 8. I get up at 7.
If you three want to.
Do you guys want to sing?
They're supposed to sing, I got three, they're supposed to sing the national anthem at the National Honor Society.
Oh, cool.
They're gonna run it real fast.
Yeah, they should.
It's Monday. You just wanna do that real quick? It's just 3 of them.
Real good.
About 20-minute lunch, and then I have 2 lunch duties.
Oh, well. So, I gotta rock and roll anyway to get that.